What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? I am Bae. Yeah, my internet, my Wi-Fi, it doesn't say that it's ready. But anyway, welcome to the love screen. I'm the only one in here right now. Gonna sit and wait. I know it's a big Wednesday. Welcome to the love screen. And I'm the only one in here right now. I know people are probably getting off of work. And I know they're probably getting themselves together. So I really don't expect like too many people to come over. But I'm going to put my time in anyway. So that's what's going on right now. So trying to figure something out, y'all. Well, maybe everybody forgot today, or I put my thumbnail up late because I did put my thumbnail up like probably like 30 minutes prior to the love screen because I was late, but I made it. So we just gonna sit here or whatever and everything. So I have one more person in here. And please give me a thumbs up as you come in the room. Like I just said, today is the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Hey, G fam. Wait, I got to fix my microphone. And then I can hear you talk about my eyelashes because that's what you come in here to do. Okay. What's up, G? Welcome to Wednesday. The middle of the week, hump day. Blessings to you too. Well, I'm up here because this is the time I'm supposed to be here. And I know it's a Wednesday and I know everybody is pretty busy, but I still had to put my time in for the love screen. So can you hear me good, G? Hello, Donna Green. I am doing good, and I hope you are. I hope you are. Okay, thanks, G. Yeah, I just was telling G that it's the middle of the week, it's hump day, it's Wednesday, and I know everybody got stuff to do, but today is the love screen day, and yeah, we still gonna continue on. And I know people is like busy and like doing things. I got two cameras in my face, y'all, and I'm trying to figure out which one to look at. But I know people are doing things and probably trying to get home, probably trying to feed their family or whatever. So we not even gonna worry about that. It's just us two in here. But I'm pretty sure that they'll catch on. Shout out to you too, G family, Mr. Lucky. But we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see if we get anybody to come on with us. And then we gonna go ahead and continue on still regardless. But anyway, y'all welcome to the live screen where we connect and love on each other and get us some new subs and we sub back and things like that. So y'all, I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna tell y'all how my day was. I really didn't do anything today. Amen. That's right, G. I really didn't do anything today. I'm trying to figure out. I want to change I got a problem when it comes to like changing out my house and doing different things. So I want to do that today. Because the way my apartment is set up, it's like when you come through the main door, it's my living room, and then it's my bedroom, and then it's my kitchen, and then it's my bathroom. So that means like if I have company or something, either door that they use, because I have a back door, my back door is in my kitchen, and then I have the front door. So either way that the people come, they still got to walk through my bedroom, and I have a problem with that. And I don't have like people at my house except my kids, when I want to cook dinners and stuff. But I have a problem with people walking through my bedroom. So I'm thinking about like changing, a room. So they would just use just the kitchen door when they come over. So I'm deciding on that. So, and I like decorating and I like moving stuff around. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But anyway, G, how is the family? How is G family wifey? And how is the kiddos? All right, G, behave. How's the family? Donna Green, you still here? How's your family? How's your family, y'all? Exactly. My bedroom is my private space, and I'm telling you, I don't like it. I don't like it. My grandkids come over, being so my bedroom is in the middle. Like my grandkids get to jumping on my bed and everything, because all kids and grandkids think that they supposed to do what they want at their grandma's house. Yes, I just wanted to know how they were. So all kids actually think that they can do what they want at the grandma house. And when my kids are here with their kids, they don't tell them to sit down. They don't tell them stop. They don't tell them. I don't understand that, because when my kids was little, and before we go into somebody's house, I gave them the rule. For one, you're not eating at nobody's house. You know what I mean? Because when you get there, they always be like, "You want something to eat?" No, they just ate, or they get ready to eat when they leave. And you don't walk around nobody's house. You supposed to come in somebody's house and you supposed to sit down. People be coming in your house and trying to walk all the way through it. Now my kids, yeah, that's fine, but you just don't. It's just things that people was raised to do. My mother always raised us like that. Yeah, you right, grandma and grandmas. That's right. Yeah, but not talking about my grandkids, because they're gonna do that and my kids. But I see a lot of people. Thanks to the three amazing changes that's in the building. Y'all, please give me a thumbs up. But I was raised that when you come in somebody's house, that you supposed to sit down. Like you're not supposed to walk. When you walk in somebody's house, you walk all through the kitchen and open their refrigerator and all of that. I was raised where you go visit somebody and you say, "Can I use your bathroom?" Or "Can I use your restroom?" They don't ask these days. They just go head on. And I'm like, what in the world have raised you? Exactly. Exactly. And that's why a lot of people be like, they be telling me, they're like, "Yo, your kids are so well behaved." Absolutely, G. Right. But I mean, everybody be telling me like your kids are so they grown, but they are so respectable or whatever, because of the simple fact that before we get ready to get in somebody's house when they was young, I'd be like, "Look, we ready to go in here. I want y'all to sit your little stuff down. Don't be jumping on nobody's stuff. Don't be doing none of that." You feel me? Period. So, and then you go to somebody's house and your kids break something, and the first thing that people say, "Yeah, G is funny, daughter." But the first thing people say, "Oh, he all right," or "She all right." Child, please. As soon as you leave, they talking about him bad. Like you see them, they can't even control their own kids. That's why people don't be inviting them and stuff. So that's how it go. That's how it go. But I'm gonna tell you something about my daughters. When their kids is home, because they was taught to keep their house clean, so exactly. I didn't, and that's why I was telling my daughter, "No, I ain't never really had to beat them." Because I used to give them that look, like that look says everything. Like that look right there, and I squinch my eyes up. Exactly. I squinch them eyes up. They already know you better sit down right now. You feel me? You better sit down right now. You hear me? So, but when my grandkids come to my house, just because I'm their grandmother, and I have a problem with this with my daughter, just because I'm their grandmother, my daughter feel like that they can break up my little bit of stuff. No, we ain't going to do that. The Mike Tyson look, that's exactly right. We're not gonna do that. I love my grandbabies to pieces. You hear me? And I would hurt a room full of people for them. But you not gonna tear up my little stuff. And the story behind that is that this for 2 years now, since March, I've been in this apartment. Since March of last year, so it'll be 2 years. And my kids always live with me. My kids will get a place, and they was at the point where sometimes they were like, I just don't want to do it no more, and they come home because I always told my kids, like, as long as I got a roof over my head, you do. Okay, that's true. But don't get the like, I don't want to pay no bills because mom said that. So I had to be a little stricter. Oh, well, okay, Don, that absolutely. My mother didn't play that either because you ain't gonna tear up her stuff. My mother had us polishing furniture on Sundays, cleaning bathrooms. No, it was Saturdays. That Saturday was the cleanup day. And you ain't get ready to sleep all day. I don't care if you ain't go to school. You're gonna get up, you're gonna polish all the tables. You're gonna go in there, you're gonna clean your bathroom. It was me and my brother. We had to vacuum, like, but that right there taught us how to keep a house when we got older. And that's the same way with my kids. Like my daughters, they can cook too, but my son was the oldest. So when I do catering and stuff like that, I will allow him to come in the kitchen because my son, he's like me. He clean while he cooking, and his food got to be pretty and things like that. So he got a more he got more of me in him because he was the oldest. And when we was living in Maryland, that he would have to watch the girls while I had to go to work. And he would call me at work and he'd say, Mom, he'd say, my son would say, that's what I said, he gonna make somebody, he don't have no kids, my son 31, and he gonna make somebody a great, great husband. He's 31 years old, and he will call me at work at 14 years old and say, Mom, dinner is cooked. The girls done had their bath and they did their homework. Their school closes out. And he said, your plate is in the microwave. So I'm like, okay, baby, thank you. And I said, make sure you lock the doors or whatever. So I get home. So I'm thinking I got some hot dogs or something. My son had, and I'll never forget this meal. My son had baked beans. He had double eggs. He had pork chops and he had collard greens. Yeah, that was from the can. The collard greens was. He made the eggs fresh. So these are the things that I taught him. My house was spotless. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, you got to raise these kids these days because the kids might be like, okay, she being hard. She want me to do this. But it really follows them to their adulthood. And my kids now, they be like, Mom, you messed us up. I was like, how? They be like, because they all feel like they got OCD. And the OCD is not a bad OCD. It's a cleanliness one, to keep your house clean. Just because you got kids does not mean that they supposed to tear your house up and they ain't get ready to tear mine up. But I don't play that. So, but anyway, like 2 years ago, I've been here 2 years. And thanks to the 4 amazing channels that's in the building, and my kids always live with me. So when I had moved to Maryland and when I came back or whatever, my daughter she was in a car accident, my older daughter. And not my middle daughter, I'm sorry. And when I came back or whatever, she had the accident. I was all the way in Maryland or whatever. But I moved back down here, and this was the first time. I mean, I done had my own place since I was 18 years old, but this was the first time that I ever had my own place without my kids. Like without. Like everybody got their own house, everybody got their own money, everybody got their own job. So I basically can spend my money myself, even though that middle daughter, she still be wanting some of my money just because. But I have never lived by myself, so I like to keep my house clean. And of course, Bae, he's still learning. We're gonna put it just like that. He's still learning. With his precious self, he's still learning that I have OCD, and it's not me meaning no harm. It's just when you just used to the way. the way you are. But thanks to the three amazing channels that's in the building. And y'all give me a thumbs up as y'all come in. And if you don't have somebody that's here, we have G Fam, Donna Green. Absolutely. And I pat myself on the back. And I tell a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, when you be feeling like that nothing ain't going right or whatever. But if you just take a peek over there at them kids that you raised and they doing good and they not in trouble, and they ain't in jail, and you know what I mean, you gotta be thankful. You gotta be thankful. I'm thankful. I'm very, very thankful. Yes, they get on my nerves. They're not perfect. They perfect to me, but they're not perfect. But they still acknowledge me as a mother, if that makes sense, because they still allow me to speak life into them, when they're going through things. So they still allow that. And they receive it because they'll be like, Mom, you're right, you're right, whatever. That makes sense or whatever. Because I always trying to tell them, like, y'all are grown. I'm not trying to tell y'all. Exactly. It is enough to be proud. But I try to tell them, like, I'm not getting ready. I'm not telling you what to do. Like, I'm trying to help you because I done been there already. I wouldn't be speaking to y'all about something that I have not experienced myself, because I can't tell you how to swim from the shore to the end of the ocean, because I ain't never did it. Only thing I can tell you is like use the food. But anything that I have been through already, and God always placed people in our things and people in our life, because we already been through it, so we know how to coach them through it. We know how to minister them, through it. Exactly. It is great to remind them. But I'm just thankful. Because yeah, when they was teenagers, it was a little rough, but I was a rough teenager. I was a rough teenager, and I was very rebellious because of the simple fact that I didn't appreciate nothing, and because I was very spoiled. It was me and my brother, and I was very spoiled. Like, I had everything, and I didn't appreciate nothing because my mother and them, we was growing up, we lived in a house where we was the first ones to sit on the toilet. Like, that house was built from the ground up. We had big screen TVs when we was young. We had our own phone line and everything, but I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be at my friends' houses, apartments where they didn't have probably running water. They didn't have food. They didn't have furniture. They didn't have, their mother didn't have home cooked meals on the table. My mind wasn't right when I was a teenager, so I knew how to deal with my teenagers when they became teenagers, because I was a very rebellious teenager, and it wasn't nothing but God that turned me the other way. But I wanted to I wanted to be with people that didn't have nothing. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all. It didn't make sense to me then, but that's where I wanted to be, because it was more fun over there. My house was in order, and that's the way it's supposed to be, and that's the way I should have been thinking. But I was a teenager; I wasn't thinking like that. I was liking where everything was out of order. Like, you could walk over a piece of paper, my mother's house if you want to. You ain't see that paper you just stepped on? Walk over, go to my friend's house, that paper been there. I'd leave for 2 weeks, come back, that same paper there. So it's just how you raised. Yeah, it's always great to remind them. Thanks to the 5 amazing channels that's in the building, y'all. Please give us a thumbs up and connect with whoever you want as you come in there. We just talking about raising kids and just things like that. 11 times, dog. I know that's right. Now, see, that's when you know that the mother, you got a strong, strong mother when you got 11 kids in the household. Because, baby, I had 3, but not even really 3. I had a lot, because I always raised everybody else's kids. I raised everybody kids. Me and Aunt Maddie, we had a neighborhood where the kids just knew. And I'm not even gonna lie, I believe the kids seen me and Aunt Maddie more than they seen their own mother. Because we took the time out with our kids, because me and Aunt Maddie we both were overprotected over our children, and we was right there because we knew like the area and stuff that we lived in. So we basically raised a lot of kids. A whole neighborhood. But yeah, y'all, it is. We got 10 more minutes. I'm gonna tell y'all this quick story. It's a faith story. I'm gonna tell you one today, and I may go live tonight and tell you another story. Um, about the bond and the coverings over your children. Do not play. Exactly. Went without. That's right. See, they were strong. Yeah, more like a school. You hear me, G? But thanks to the three amazing channels that's in the building, y'all. If you don't do nothing else for me, just give me a thumbs up. But I want to give y'all a faith story. This story is about faith. Um, wait a minute. Wait 1 second. But okay, when I had moved back to Maryland, my daughter, my baby girl, G is crazy. But my baby girl, just like I told y'all, she was in a car accident. She was 7.5 months pregnant. So you already know how I felt about me not being in the same state that she was in when she had this accident because I was very, very overprotected over my kids that I felt like that